All right, gentlemen, so now I'm back. This video is going to talk about volumes of cones and pyramids. So as you guys discovered during the end of today's class, for prisms and cylinders, it's B times H. In the video we watched, it took 3 cones to fill a cylinder with the same base and same height. So for these, it's 1/3 times B times H. So 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, where V still represents volume, B area of the base, and H height. So let me write that again bigger over here. 1/3 area of the base times the height. So let's look at this pyramid. The base is a rectangle, so to find the area of the base, easy peasy, length times width, 6 times 4 equals 24. So not so bad. Now we need to multiply by the height. So to find the volume, we need to do 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So that's 1/3 times 24 times the height. Now, what is the height of this pyramid? 6, they say. No, it's actually not 6, and this is a bit tricky. I'm going to need you guys to bear with me. So this is called the slant height of the pyramid. And yes, it is 6. But what we're concerned about is the red line labeled H. We need to know that height. So now we know that this little piece inside here is 3. So look at here, I have a right triangle that's 3, 6, and H. So let me redraw that. 3, 6, and H. So this is a right triangle. I can use Pythagorean theorem to figure out what H is. So my A is 3, so 3 squared. My B is H, plus H squared equals C squared, which is 6. So that's going to be 9 plus H squared equals 36. So this is a little different than the examples we've looked at in class, because here we actually have to subtract 9 from both sides instead of adding. We get H squared equals 25, and now I take the square root. So because we were given the hypotenuse and we're trying to find the leg, we actually ended up having to subtract. I'm sorry, 36 minus 9 is not 25. 36 minus 9 is 27. So now we need to take the square root of both sides, and we get that H is equal to the square root of 27, which is 5.2 rounded to the nearest tenth. So that means for this formula, 1/3 times the area of the base. Now we know the height is 5.2. So we can multiply 24 times 5.2 and then multiply by 1/3 or divide by 3, and you get 41.6 meters cubed is the volume of this handy dandy pyramid. Now, example B is a little bit easier. Now, I'll give it to you guys. That pyramid, finding that height is challenging, but you can do it. The cone, this is an easy example. Part B, area of the base, we just got to do pi r squared. So that's 3.14 times 3 squared, because the radius of that base, that circle, is 3. So that's 9. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3.14 is 28.26. So to figure out the volume, I just have to do 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base we just found is 28.26. So that's 1/3 times 28.26 times the height. What's the height of this cone? Right on, right there, it's 10. So if I multiply 28.26 times 10, I get 282.6. Multiply that by 1/3 or divide by 3, and I get 94.2. Let me rewrite that, 94.2. Should have minimized this. inches cubed. Any questions there? Just kidding, obviously I can't answer them since this is a video. So the last formula you need to know is volume of a sphere, and volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi r cubed. If you have any questions about where that comes from, it's a bit complicated. I'd be happy to explain it to you one-on-one, but you can also just memorize it, 4/3 times pi r cubed. And so if you have a sphere with a radius of 3, all you got to do is 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. You get 108 over 3 pi, 36 pi, which is approximately 113.1 cubic units. And we'll do some more practice with spheres. Well, gentlemen, thank you for watching. Again, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a Merry Christmas.